Welcome all NOSSCAR fans back to Motormaster Monday. It is main event time and we're on our way to Daytona International Speedway, hosted on NASCAR Heat 3 on the PlayStation 4 console. 21 drivers, all set to enter the Power Source 300 60-lap event, divided into 3 stages, and remember that the top 5 in the stages receive the points. The green flag has been shown to these drivers, and it is Keith Ayres, your pole winner, leading the way. Stephen Corley in second, Anthony Trippi in third, Nick Donfrancesco in fourth. Excuse me, it's not Donfrancesco, it's actually Dave Marks Jr. in the number 1 car. Same sponsor, just a completely different manufacturer. And at a distance I get them confused at times. And it's a 5-car breakaway. Hazlitt in the 20 Toyota got a little bit loose, it looked like, coming out of turn 4. Had to correct it and get back down in line. Top 5 working together really well, and they're putting some distance in between themselves and the rest of the field. It's basically going to secure them stage points if they can do that. 3 wide down the front stretch heading into turn 1. This is the battle in the second group of cars, 6th through 11th here. It's being led by the 60. Giles in the 60 back for more, running in 6th. He's being pushed by the points leader Jade Burr in the 98, or excuse me, the 28 rather. That's Nick Donfrancesco in the 98, Dakota Bro in the 00, Thomas Geyer in the 42, running in 10th, and Curtis Fields returning to the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series, running in 11th. A lot of the part-time drivers come out to play when it's Daytona night, and that includes Cody Giles in the 60, Curtis Fields in the 35, and Patrick Hazlitt in the 20. There he is, running in the 5th position now. He just got overtaken by Dave Marks Jr. Everyone's showing great patience in the early going. Meanwhile, back up front, Anthony Trippi in the 22 has actually lost the draft with the top 4. Running in 5th, but you can see the group of cars running 6th on back. They are closing, and they're closing in a hurry. Keep in mind, there he is. They've got Cody Giles, aka Fluffy, as the driver leading the pack, and you really couldn't ask for a quicker driver to be leading the group of cars in the draft at Daytona. Cody Giles getting selected to be a part of the 2019 NASCAR series, the official series hosted on NASCAR Heat 3. In fact, there are 2 NOSSCAR drivers that have been selected to be a part of the 2019 NASCAR series, and you're looking at one of them. Cody Giles, aka Fluffy, the other one being Slade Gravitt, aka Slade Egg 84. They were able to gang up on Anthony Trippi. They were able to go around on the outside with the momentum that they had built with the draft, and now they tuck back down to the inside. And Anthony's going to tuck in line, the 5th car in line. That means he's running in 9th. Oh, Thomas Geyer, the 42, nearly lost control there. That was towards the entrance of pit road. Curtis Fields in the 35 had to really lift off the throttle because of that. He's in danger of losing the draft. In fact, he might have lost the draft. He did. There's Thomas. He's still got the draft. Here they come. Giles and Bro and Burr and Don Francesco and Trippi and Hollywood and Geyer. The 7 cars marching in on your race leader. Stephen Corley in the 5 is in big trouble. As you can see, they pulled down low. In fact, they took up both lanes. They were side by side there for a moment. It really yielded the momentum of that second group, but now they're there. We've got a 10-car pack wrestling for the race lead here in the Power Source 300 at Daytona International Speedway, round 16. The 2019 NOSSCAR Motormaster Series season, hosted here on NASCAR Heat 3. Drivers, 21 cars started the event, so we're looking at half of them right here battling for the lead, and problems there. And the big one has occurred at Daytona. Cody Giles was able to get through. Kenny Adair in the 36, Jay Burr, Dave Marks Jr., Trey Hollywood, Anthony Trippi, among others, all involved. Patrick Hazlitt, Thomas Geyer, Curtis Fields got a piece of it. And it was the big one. Keith Ayers is actually on pit road. We're getting a report that he suffered a connection issue, and he's off the track and on pit road and done for the day. That's a tough break. Look at the damage to Dave Marks Jr. The front end, the hood is all beat up and punched in. Stephen Corley with a whole lot of damage, in particular to the right front. A lot of good cars torn up. Final lap of stage 1. In fact, it just came to a close. The green and white checkered flags are in the air to signal the end of stage number 1. You're in the Power Source 300 at Daytona International Speedway. Trying to find him quickly for you. There he is, Dakota Bro in the 00, picking up where he left off earlier tonight, winning stage number 1 here at Daytona. Cody Giles second and Patrick Hazlitt in third. Remember, it's the top 5 that receive points in the stages. Trey Hollywood in the 18th position is going to be in the free pass position. He'll get back on the lead lap to start stage number 2. I can't believe the pole sitter Keith Ayers is out of the race. That's a tough deal. Oh, and somebody didn't go to pit road or something. 51 pulls off the racetrack and lets everybody go. That's Pillsbury, I believe. The green flag is back in the air. No, it's not Pillsbury, by the way. We'll get back to you on that in a moment. It's Patrick Hazlitt in the 20 car leading the way at Daytona. Oh, and Curtis Fields got a bump from Josh Cohn-Diaz, and Fields went up into the wall, and we have another big one at Daytona. It's the second one of the race. Stephen Corley going through the grass, getting back onto the racing surface. Looked like BJ Thomas in the 99 was involved. He can't catch a break tonight. This is the battle for the race lead. Patrick Hazlitt, Cody Giles. Pillsbury in the 74, Josh Cohn-Diaz in the 90, Michael Birch in the 38, Dakota Bro in the 00, stuck up on the outside. He tucks back in line in front of his teammate. His teammate Nick Don Francesco definitely cut him a break there. Now they work down the back straightaway. How about Thomas Geyer in the 42 up there, mixing it up for the win? Looking strong. Oh, Cohn-Diaz went up the hill, made contact there. Michael Birch forcing his way in a little bit there, and the 74 Pillsbury pays for it. Thomas Geyer with contact. 3-car incident here towards the start-finish line. want to be in front of it if it's going to happen, and somebody gave a big push to Cody Giles. He got a little bit out of control and had to come back onto the racetrack. Michael Birch takes the outside line, not willingly, I guarantee it. He loses a couple of spots, now tucks back in line in 5th. It's a 6-car battle for the lead up here. Contact a little bit there between the 20 and the 38. Hazlitt clears him for the 4th position. Josh Colm-Diaz stays where he's at and lets Birch back in line. The top 5 in the stages receive points, so one of these drivers is not going to receive a stage point. Oh, that's a tough break for Thomas Geyer. Heavy right front damage. He just went a lap down, and he was just up there battling for the lead. Looking strong while doing so. That's how quick things can change in a blink of an eye, really. Oh, and Michael Birch goes off-roading, and I can't believe he held on to it. I guess he did just finish 2nd in the final standings for the 2019 NOSSCAR Dirt Touring Series. Because, man, he just went right through the grass and came back on the track and didn't lose any time to the leaders. Oh, contact with the 90. Forced his way to the bottom and he wasn't quite clear. Oh, and he just tried to force his way underneath the 20 and he wasn't quite clear. A bit of reckless driving there. Still seems to be a 6-car battle for the lead. There's Josh Colm-Diaz in the 6th position. See if we can get a better view of the battle for the race lead. The lead belongs to Cody Giles, aka Fluffy, one of the drivers selected in the 2019 NASCAR series. He has 8 wins here in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series. Looking for win number 9, and if he were to accomplish that here today... Oh, and a big wreck on the back straightaway. Dakota Bro in the 00 goes around. A couple of other cars involved, and I couldn't quite see who. The 36 of Kenny Adair, he was involved in an incident. That's the 3rd major wreck of the race. Now Cody Giles finds himself out front with no drafting partner, no traffic ahead either. And as I was mentioning, if he were to win today's NOSSCAR race, he would take over as the driver with the most all-time wins here in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series. He and Slade Gravitt both have 8 NOSSCAR Motormaster Series wins apiece, both coming back on NASCAR Heat 2 during the 2018 NOSSCAR Motormaster Series season. best battle for position on the track as of right now. Anthony Trippi in the 22, Nick Francesco in the 98, and Patrick Hazlitt in the 20. This is inside the top 10. Keep in mind, these guys have less than 3 laps to go here in stage number 2. And we're kind of anticipating a wild restart in the final stage. Seems to be a reoccurring theme at the plate tracks here for the NASCAR Motormaster Series. We'll have to wait and see. White flag is in the air for Cody Giles in the number 60 car. He just needs to bring it back around for another half a lap, and he'll see the green and white checkers to get the stage win, but he doesn't want the stage win. He's not here running for a championship. He wants to win the race. Here he comes. He's going to let the 42 get by him to get one of his 2 laps back, and that'll leave Thomas Geyer only 1 lap down. Very nice gesture there. And the stage 2 win goes to Cody Giles. Nick Francesco in second, and Patrick Hazlitt in third. More stage points for Patrick Hazlitt in the 20. Michael Birch in the 38 will get fourth. Penalty for pitting with under 2 laps to go. Kenny Adair in the 36. Well, last chance for these drivers to come down pit road and make repairs to their cars, in my opinion, because it takes far too long to do that during a green flag pit stop. This is the last time that they'll have a pit stop under caution speed. So this is going to be key, and then we're going to unleash the beast and let it all hang out here. We're anticipating a wild restart, but we're hoping not. Green flag back in the air for the Power Source 300 at Daytona. Cody Giles leads them into turn 1. Oh, Nate got up in the wall there in the 86. Hopefully he keeps it up there until he can get back up to speed. A couple of cars getting into it deeper in the field, and whoa, and it's Pillsbury in the 74 going through the grass and back onto the racetrack. He got forced down onto the grass by someone. I believe it might have been Anthony Trippi in the 22. while back up front. This is what the battle for the lead looks like. A very, very clean start to the final stage. Everyone's up there battling for the lead. Now the second groove coming in on the outside. Trey Hollywood in the 89 getting a push from Dakota Bro in the 00. They're trying to make the outside line work, but it's just them up there. Dakota Bro realized that, got back down into the inside line, but he checked up and let Trey Hollywood get in line with him. Ooh, Michael Birch kind of gave a bit of a shot to Dakota Bro, got him out of the inside line, and took the 4th position away. Jade Burr went down through the grass near the exit of pit road. Lost a couple of spots there. Now the field beginning to split up into 2 different packs. The top 7 in one group and then 8th on back in another. Second group being led by the points leader, Jay Bird. We've got BJ Thomas right there behind him. Stephen Corley in the 5, Kenny Adair in the 36. RJ Haywood in the 7 car. Whoa, Anthony got a little bit loose coming out of turn 2. Back up front, Joshua Colm-Diaz beginning to lose the draft with the leaders. He runs in the 7th position, but he's fading back a little bit. Let's reset the field for you. Cody Giles, Nick Don Francesco, Patrick Hazlitt, Dakota Bro, Trey Hollywood, your top 5. And Michael Birch in the 38, Joshua Colm-Diaz in the 90. Running in 6th and 7th. Jay Burr, 28, runs in 8th. Oh, and up against the outside wall. Michael Birch in the 38 with problems. He was running in the 4th position when that happened. He now drops to 5th and he's, 6th position, and he's lost the draft with the front runners. So now it appears the top 5 are the ones in the lead pack. Have a very strong chance of walking away the winner here. Today's race at Daytona, it's the Power Source 300 round 16 of the 2019 NASCAR Motormaster Series season. Hosted right here on NASCAR Heat 3 and broadcasted live on the NOSSCAR YouTube channel. You're watching Cody Giles, Nick Francesco, Dakota Bro, Trey Hollywood, and Patrick Hazlitt lead the way. We're going to take a short break from commentary for now. Under 20 laps to go at Daytona. We'll be right back. Back to bring you full commentary for the conclusion of the race. We're commercial free from now till the end of the race, and you're still watching the top five cruise away. They're working together in the draft to make sure they don't have any further competition for today's win. But the second group of cars is closing. Jade Burr in the 28 leading the charge in the 6th position. Thomas Geyer coming down pit road. Excuse me, it's Joshua Cole Diaz in the 90. Here's the second pack: Jade Burr, BJ Thomas, Stephen Corley, and Michael Birch. Working really well together, and they're gaining ground on the front runners, the top 5. We have a new race leader, Nick Francesco, using some of the cars that came out of the pits and using their draft to make a move around the outside of Cody Giles, and that was well executed. And now Dakota Bro doing the same around Francesco. He clears him, gets down in front of him, and Cody Giles goes from the lead to the back of the front group to 5th, and he might not be done there because the second group is coming. Oh, and a problem there for Trey Hollywood. He was running in the 3rd position, and he got up into the outside wall. Oh, and was contact between Cody Giles and Kenny Adair. And off into the wall went Kenny. And we're in the closing laps at Daytona, and it's still anybody's race. The front five right here, and then you still, the front four rather, and then you have Jade Burr and Stephen Corley, Michael Birch, all these guys still close enough to make something happen. Here come the race leaders. Dakota Bro got on pit road the cleanest. Sean Lucas in the 8 car out of this race. Tough break. Keith Ayers in the 16 out of this thing as well. These pit stops are crucial. Michael Birch, Trey Hollywood all on pit road as well. After pit stops, this is what the battle for the race lead looks like, and Stephen Corley is out front looking for his very first NASCAR Motormaster Series win. Remember, Don Francesco in the 98 needs to obey the yellow line. He cannot go below the yellow line and advance his position. Stephen Corley comes into this race 5th in the point standings, but with no wins. 5 playoff points, mind you, but no wins. He's just got to hold on for dear life. Oh, and now Don Francesco looking to the inside, and he's there. Question is oh, and Nate in the 86 was coming off of pit road and didn't keep his car very low. And that really cost Patrick Hazlitt in the 20, because he is now nowhere near the battle for the lead. And that is going to be a penalty to Nate. That's a tough break. Second penalty of the Daytona race. One for Kenny Adair earlier for pitting with under 2 laps to go in stage 2. And now one for Nate. Entering the race surface in a reckless manner. Making contact with the 98 and evidently costing Patrick Hazlitt a shot to win this race. There is Cody Giles. He was looking good for so long, and coming out of the pits, he lost a lot of track position, and he doesn't have very much time to gain any of it back, and he's working on it still, but he's got no dancing partner, and the 3 cars behind him are going to catch him. Now Nate is in between the 2 race leaders. Remember, he is a lap down. Nate is not battling for the win. A little unorthodox, but he made it work. Don Francesco gets Nate out of the way and now has a clear shot at Stephen Corley. Jay Burr is in the 3rd position, and he is coming. He's got BJ Thomas right behind him in the 99. Dakota Bro in the 00. We have a new race leader. Nick Don Francesco takes the lead from Stephen Corley. does Steven have a problem? He's losing time here, and now the second group is there. Jade Burr. Oh, and BJ was giving him a big push, and the block was thrown by Don Francesco. Coming out of turn 4, Don Francesco still your leader. And it's getting intense at Daytona. The block was thrown on Jade Burr, and Stephen Corley lost some time because of it. Jade Burr had such a good run. Oh, and now Jade was looking to the outside. Don Francesco threw a block again. BJ Thomas is going to be right there with him. Now the outside line might be the option. Dakota Bro sneaks up on the inside, and he takes the second position from Jade Burr. And this is one heck of a dogfight for the win. Oh, the leaders are trying to avoid RJ Haywood in the 7. Oh, and Dakota got into the outside wall, came back down and into Nate in the 86. He soldiers on, but he lost some time. It's still Nick Don Francesco out front. Stephen Corley must have had some sort of issue because he's lost a lot of ground to these guys now. Jade Burr has a nose to the outside of Don Francesco. Ran out of real estate and makes contact with the outside wall. Nearly lost second to BJ Thomas in the process. Don Francesco crosses the line to lead that lap. Laps to go at Daytona, and Jade Burr has the run that he was looking for. He takes the lead. BJ Thomas giving him a heck of a push down the back straightaway. Remember, it was Jade Burr winning the Daytona 300 to begin the 2019 NASCAR Motormaster Series season. He's looking to get out the brooms and sweep Daytona. Goes through the grass, and he nails Nick Don Francesco into the outside wall, and around goes the 98 machine. Further penalties might be assessed to number 86 team. Goes Curtis Fields in the 35 over there in turn 1. So now this is the battle for the win at Daytona. I don't think that anybody else is close enough to make a run at these two and challenge for the win. So it's going to come down to timing, really, because Jade Burr is going to be able to hold off BJ Thomas unless BJ can get a good run and time it right and go where Jade is not. Hope it sticks. Now Don Francesco getting out of the way for Jade Burr and BJ Thomas, letting them go by. 4 laps to go for Jade Burr. Looking to sweep Daytona. But then again, you got to keep this in mind. BJ Thomas has never won the NASCAR Motormaster Series race. He would love to accomplish that here today. Thomas comes into this race 12th in the point standing, so he is above the cut line to make the playoffs. He wants a win, and he wants a win to lock himself into the playoffs. He's got 3 laps to find a way around Jade Burr in the 28. It's the 28 versus 99 show. It's the main event here on Motormaster Monday. Round 16 of the 2019 NASCAR Motormasters Series season. It's the Power Source 300 at Daytona. Coming around now to get the signal for 2 laps to go. And it's still Jade Burr leading the way. Two different race teams, 2 different manufacturers, a very legendary racetrack, and a car coming off of pit road really got my heart racing there. Thought we were going to see a collision. But we're good. We're good. Twenty-one drivers entered the event. We still have 18 of them left on the racetrack, and all 21 of them will receive points. Jade Burr coming around to take the white flag at Daytona. 1 lap to go when they hit the stripe. Now BJ's got to make something happen now if he's going to make something happen at all. The lapped car there of Stephen Corley might have cost him a bit of time. We're going to have to find out here shortly. White flag is in the air. They enter through turns 1 and 2 on the bottom. They clear the lapped cars, and now Jade Burr going to the inside, or the outside rather. Taking a completely different approach to turns 3 and 4. He's getting a bit of draft from Thomas Geyer in the 42, and that's hindering BJ Thomas's ability to make a run. Checkers are out. Jade Burr wins at Daytona. Now I didn't realize how intentional and bad that looked, but that was not intentional. Once the leader crosses the start-finish line, the lapped cars behind the leader kind of snap in line a little bit, and that's all that was. That was not an intentional bump, but congratulations, Jade Burr. Get out the brooms, folks. He sweeps Daytona in the 2019 NASCAR Motormaster Series season right here on NASCAR Heat 3. Didn't talk about him very much through stage 1 and 2. We knew he had a strong car, and we saw him win the Daytona 300 earlier this season. So we saw that he had the ability, just kept getting caught up in on-track incidents and being mired in traffic, and in the end he soldiered back and proved that no matter what happens, you still got a shot, as long as you keep working. We're going to get an interview with your race winner here. Winner of the main event race here on Motormaster Monday. None other than Jade Burr. Well, we're down here in Victory Lane at Daytona with Jade Burr. Congratulations, man. You wheeled it out there. We didn't really talk about you too much in stage 1 and 2 because you were kind of mired in traffic and you got caught up in a couple of incidents, but you stuck with it. And take us through the final stage there and tell us more about your race.
Well, that it wasn't looking promising. Definitely was not to start the first two stages. Then towards the end of the second stage, we kind of found something in the car, and that second group that I was working with, that second stage, we definitely worked our way back up to the front, and I was the first, second, third car in that group, so I knew we had something. Then in that third stage, I got hooked up with my buddy BJ behind me, who finished second, and we just went. We led the second pack of cars up to the front, and it worked out so well for us. And I'm very thankful to just be part of the team I'm on, and all that. It's great.
How does it feel to sweep both Daytona races in the 2019 Motormaster season?
Well, I mean, it feels great. I didn't think I was gonna do it, and it's been a very long time since the first race of the season, and I haven't been in victory lane since. I've finished third 3 times now. Well, now it's just great to be back in victory lane, sitting up here with the car. It's great.
When you were the front car in the second group and you were trying to gain some ground on the leaders, what was going through your mind? Did you think you were going to catch them? Did you think you were going to run out of time?
That really never crossed my mind. It wasn't if I was going to catch him, it was when. Because like I said, I had fast guys behind me pushing, and I've always been a great lead car at tracks like this. And it was fun. It was fun.
2 wins on the season, a very good regular season so far, and we're nearing a close for it. What are your goals for the rest of the races before the playoffs begin?
Well, now that I got that second win that I was looking for, there's some tracks that I've circled coming up that I definitely think that I should do well at. I'm very excited for Bristol coming up towards the end of the season. That's always been a good track for me. But it's definitely to maintain this points lead that I have. So that's priority number 1. Just keep staying consistent.
Well, you're doing just that, my friend. Still on top of the point standings as well. Congratulations on winning tonight at Daytona.
Thanks, sir.
That was Jade Burr celebrating here in Victory Lane, getting out the brooms and sweeping Daytona here in the 2019 NOSSCAR Motormaster Series season, hosted right here on NASCAR Heat 3. We're going to get one more quick interview here with your runner-up finisher, BJ Thomas. Do you have your audio settings set up so you... Yeah, okay. I just don't often, yeah. Joining me now in the NOSSCAR commentary booth, driver of the number 99 car here in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series, BJ Thomas, picking up a second place finish. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, you're welcome.
Well, you were in the thick of things all race long. It was an eventful race, a couple of big ones, but for the most part, very clean racing, especially with the high volume of cars in the race. Tell us more about your day.
First stage got wrecked right in the beginning. I don't know, I kind of ran over Byron, but whatever, and almost went a lap down. So went from being almost 1 lap down. Stage 2 came around, Didn't do too bad there. I was running like sixth, fifth, and then got put to the back towards the end of the second stage. Uh, so then third stage, I hooked up with Jade, and we pretty much rode out the whole last stage.
Yeah, you guys were flying. You were gaining ground on the leaders. What was your plan? Were you formulating a plan in your head for when you got to the leaders?
Uh, if we were go get to them before the pit stops, we were just go sit behind them, hopefully beat them right off pit lane. But a few things happened with the lap cars, so he had to kind of back up just a tad to me then, and we got hooked up after our pit stops, and we tracked down the leaders again, and somehow came out on top.
You're a diverse guy when it comes to your racing here in NASCAR. You're one of the kings on the dirt. You've been competitive in Cup, you've been competitive in Truck, and now here in the Motormaster Series, you're in a playoff spot. What's been working for you? What's your secret to your success?
Uh, Short tracks, road courses, anything where you really got to drive the car. I feel that's where I have the specialty in it. So
Fair enough. Awesome. Well, thank you for
yep,
taking the time to join us, and once again,
you're
congratulations
welcome.
on finishing second at Daytona.
Thank you. Good night to everyone.
That was BJ Thomas, driver of the number 99 car here in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series, picking up a second place finish, season high best finish of second, and gets a valuable playoff point for his efforts. What a main event here on Motormaster Monday. In the end, it was Jade Burr, the number 28 Ford Mustang, going to victory lane for the second time this season. Both times coming at Daytona, sweeping the Daytona races here in 2019. Winning the Daytona 300 and winning the Power Source 300 as well. We hope you enjoyed Motormaster Monday as much as we did. Thank you to everyone who joined us, not only for the Daytona main event, but also for Chicagoland earlier tonight. We hope you had a good time, and if you did, hit the subscribe button to catch more racing leagues hosted on 6 different video games and 3 gaming consoles. Until next time, stay fast, everybody.